Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day and happy New Year to you. So, I want to sit down and do a brief recap and react to all the stuff on Twitter before the new year kicks off. This will probably be my last Twitter react before 2026. There's not a whole lot of stuff to go over, but the stuff that's on Twitter that's there right now is pretty doggone interesting. So, what's Chantal been up to? Well, everything and nothing. But for those of you who've been watching Foodie Beauty, you know that things are looking kind of suspicious, aren't they? Yeah. Chantal's been acting very happy lately, singing a lot of songs, giggling about Natter. And when somebody joined up on Twitch recently with the handle Natter El Shami, she got all blushy in the face and she started giggling. So it's pretty apparent that he's in the background for sure. Just all the talk about him and a couple of things about that. So I was just in Goose Chuck and Bingo's live a little bit ago when they were doing Two Girls, One Flirp. And somebody mentioned that there was some suspicious stuff on one of Chantal's shelves. Maybe some of his possessions. I don't know. But something of note that I'm going to show here in the Twitter Peeps recap react. Apparently, somebody went into Pete's live and was asking Pete if he had put the cat tree that Chantal recently purchased together. And he said no. And we know that Foodie really can't put anything together. She can't even put together a decent lie. So does anybody expect that she can put together a cat tree? No. So if she didn't do it, then who did it? Well, I could think of somebody who might put it together if he came over, and I think he did. So isn't that interesting? Foodie is tossing out all kinds of hints that he's definitely around. He's in the background. He is an influence. And that is something that's very Chantal coded. She wants people to know that he's around, and yet she can't come out and say that he's around, because if she does, the people that are her beezers, the ones that she's been lying to for the last 3+ years, saying that he was an abusive person, if he ever pops up on camera, well, they're not going to be too happy. They're going to know that she is a liar. So tell y'all what, how about we go over all the Twitter peeps? I brought up a whole lot of stuff. I got a whole lot of tabs open and you guys can see what's going on. So you guys know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, it is time for the Twitter peeps. Let me just go ahead and bring that up. Okay, so let's start, before we get into the Twitter peeps, let's bring up Chantal's brief video. The one that she posted on the Foodie Beauty channel. It has to do with, it's a very short clip where she talks about being on Twitch and how she messed up on YouTube and saying that she's going to rebrand. Let's start with that first before we get into the Twitter stuff, okay? I want to keep everything in order. Try to keep everything streamlined here. So there's Foodie. As I said, this video isn't very long at all. It's less than 7 minutes. And if you want my opinion, I think the purpose of this video was her to advertise herself on Twitch. It was like very subtle advertising, telling everybody, hey, go join up with me on Twitch, because she doesn't have enough people. But let's see what she has to say before we get into the peeps.
Wow, it feels like forever since I've made a video on this channel, and it has. Doesn't mean I've been offline, because I have been posting elsewhere. So I will get into that, all those details, what happened, why I'm not posting here right now, where you can find me, and what you can expect for the future of this channel. Just a quick video, because a lot of you are probably confused, and a lot of you have not followed me to the new platform where I'm currently posting. My cat has really bad zoomies, so.
Yeah, she's trying to use the excuse of, I think some of you are confused. Nobody is confused, Foodie. Absolutely no one. Everybody on your channel and off knows what happened. You were on your channel breaking terms of service. You had plenty of time to fix the issues before they started to penalize you. The issues of doing content revolving around eating issues, the policies for that came into effect over 3 years ago. So you knew over 3 years ago what was up and you did not fix it. If anything, you put your foot on the gas pedal and you just kept doing the food content, almost like you were daring YouTube to do something. You thought you were special. Guess what? You're not. So you had over 3 years to clean up your channel, clean up your content, get rid of things. Even your own audience said, hey, Foodie, clean up your content. We don't want to see you disappear from the platform. You decided not to do it. You just became very rebellious and you decided, I'm going to keep my stuff here. I don't want to get rid of it, even if it means putting my channel at risk. And then what happened? You got demonetized. But you're right here in this video saying, oh, I think some of you are confused. No, no, no. I think you're confused. I think the confusion lies with you. You think that if you make this video, that more people are going to join up on your Twitch channel. But my counterpoint to your thinking is, why is anybody going to go follow you on Twitch? What motivation are you going to give them to follow you on Twitch? What kind of content are you going to be doing? What kind of content? If you go on Twitch and you do the same boring content that you did on YouTube, no one is going to follow you. No one's going to send you bits. No one's going to give you their Amazon Prime. Absolutely no one. If you have like 4 or 5 different platforms set up and doing the same boring content on each and every one, that's like asking a person to buy 5 different subscriptions to different streaming services and watch the same movie on each one of them. It just doesn't make sense to do that. You got to give motivation. You got to do something different. If you're wanting to sell, hey, follow me on another platform. Although a lot of people have already expressed their displeasure over the fact that Twitch has so many doggone ads that it makes any stream unwatchable. And that's why a lot of Twitch streamers are now on YouTube. Less ads and more control over their money. But go ahead.
She's going to be very hyper in the background. Don't mind her. So that's...
Oh, good news, y'all. There is some good news here. So BG13, her cat, finally went to the vet. She did not get spayed yet, but Foodie took her to go get her vaccinations, which it's a step. It's something. If BG13 is in heat right now, could the cat still get spayed while she's in heat? Yes, although it's more of a risk for surgery. It's a bit more complicated because the tissues are engorged. It can still be done. But Foodie is getting the vaccines out of the way. And I don't know exactly when the cat will go to get officially fixed. So there's some good news for you, for those who are interested.
Just a little bit about what this video is going to be. So this channel, along with my Beezer Show channel, Couples Show channel, have been demonetized from the YouTube partner program. They are no longer earning revenue. They were both under the same umbrella, the same AdSense. And as you know, AdSense is how YouTubers earn their livelihood, right? So that was pretty devastating. It wasn't pleasant. Now, there is a bit of a glimmer of hope. I have 90 days. I can reapply for the YouTube partner program to be remonetized.
And let me say something about that. So Chantal's going to have to wait a total of 90 days to reapply for monetization. But it does not mean the moment that she reapplies that immediately she gets monetized again. Even if everything is on the up and up and YouTube looks at her channels, they see everything is wiped clean, there's no offensive content, it may be some time before she starts making money on them again. Because as I mentioned before in my lives, when you are on YouTube and you have a monetized channel, the way that YouTube works, it takes whatever pay you make, you don't see until the following month. So she has to wait 3 months just to apply for monetization. Well, let's just say she gets remonetized on the first of a month, right? That means she's not going to see the pay for that month until the following month. So even if she reapplies and she gets accepted, it's going to be at least 4 months before she sees anything again. Just putting that out there.
Once I fix up my channel a bit and just clean it up a bit, there's some content on there in the from my past videos that, my past videos that are not very monetization guidelines friendly. And
by the way, since she's bringing this up and it's in my mind, I'm just going to put it out there. Anybody who watches my videos, if you are a reactor, or if you're part of a clip channel, archive channel, or you know someone who's a reactor who is an archiver, if there's anything on Foodie's channel that you want to use for a reaction video, a documentary, for archiving, you might want to grab it now. Because if she does a full wipe, a lot of that stuff is going to be gone. There are archive channels and reactors that already have that stuff. They already have their little library. But if there's anything on there that has not been archived yet in some way, shape, or form by somebody, grab it now, go download it, because it sounds like she might do a full wipe of both channels.
I just have to fix that up. And I do have to say that it wasn't pleasant, but it's not very surprising. I do have to take responsibility for that, doing some deep diving inwards, that I was given a lot of notice, and I was just actually very stupid and lazy to have not taken the initiative at the time to go through my channel and clean it up. So I just wasn't careful enough with that. So this is a hard lesson learned. But I am going to be working on that in the next 3 months, cleaning up the channel. I've already gotten rid of a lot of old content that's no longer guidelines friendly.
Chantal, it doesn't take 3 months to clean up a channel. I know that you've got years and years worth of content, but you don't have that kind of time to sit there and go through 10 plus years of content looking for any little thing that might get you in trouble. You have mixed the food content with the bad eating talk. You don't know what is where. It's not like everything's been categorized and put in a different playlist, so you know what is offensive and what is not offensive. Best thing you can do is wipe it all off your channel and start over. Just, if you want to get remonetized, that's what you're going to have to do. Because you were constantly going back and forth, talking about the bee eating, talking about your issues with food, mixing it with food. You don't know what's what, and you don't have that kind of time to sit there and comb through it all piece by piece, video by video. Just do a full wipe.
And I plan to post some vlogs here and there on this channel. As for live streaming right now, because I do need to earn a living. In the meantime, I am streaming on Twitch full time.
Okay, personal opinion. I think there's a reason why Foodie has been missing a lot. I think part of that has to do with her seeing Natter, spending time with Natter. I mean, like, she's been giving little hints and clues all over the place that's been happening. But I also think that she might have stepped it up a bit with the Foodie content. And that's why she's coming on Twitch. And she's eating more. And she's showing food. Like, she is trying to send the bat signal out to those people. Come to my Twitch channel and support me. She's trying to bring all of her Foodies over there. Since she can't bring them on YouTube and satisfy them there, she's trying to take them elsewhere and do it. But first, she's got to attract them. So I don't think the bulk of Foodie's income is going to be Twitch. Everybody has pointed out to her that she's not going to make much money on Twitch, that bits are really not worth much money. And you got to have a large subscriber base and a lot of engagement to make a lot of money, and she's not there yet.
Aiming for about 6 hours a day, maybe missing a day or two here and there. It just depends. Maybe once a week. I have, I'm streaming regularly on Twitch. If you want to check me out there, everything will be in the description. The links in the description. How you can watch me. We don't have as big of an audience, but we have a fairly good chunk of audience. Usually around maybe 300 people watching or so, mashallah. So thank you guys for following me there. For those of you Beezers who like to continue to watch me no matter what.
The thing is, though, Chantal, your views have been dropping on Twitch. And there are different factors as to why. The fact that it's boring content is one factor. The fact that you keep going places and then the internet drops out is another factor. You keep at it, you're going to lose more viewers because you're just not getting it. Quality versus quantity. One really good stream is worth far more than 60 boring, nonsense, non-tent streams. If you put boring trash out there, no one's going to be interested. You got to make it interesting. Okay? Quality versus quantity. You got to make it worth watching. You got to make it worth people, using their Amazon Prime on you or giving you the donos or giving you the bits. You got to give them a reason. Because there's a lot of competition out there. And that goes for any platform you may join up on, whether it's Rumble or Kick or YouTube or Twitch. Anywhere you go, there are people there that they're bringing it. They're entertaining their audiences. They are passionate about what they do. They come on camera correct. They're not laying on a couch looking like they're ready to fall asleep, stuffing their maw full of food. No, they're ready to work and work hard. They are ready to engage with people. That's what you're up against. People that are ready and willing and passionate about what they do, and it shows, versus you. I think that you're flying too much on the vapors of the past. You think that the name Foodie Beauty holds weight. It doesn't. You're not as important as you think you are. You're not as famous as you think you are. But go ahead and do what you do. Keep doing the nonsense streams. And then if your views get lower and lower and lower, you'll figure it out. And you're especially going to be hurting when Amber Lynn goes on Local Bus tomorrow. When she starts getting dragged for filth over there, guess what all the reactors are going to do? They're going to be watching and they're going to be reacting. And it's going to be delicious content for all of us. We are all going to have a good time watching her get dragged. And we're all going to be saying, Foodie who? Who cares? Because your content is boring. And then if you want to compete with that, you're going to have to be interesting in some way. You just can't sit on your couch and do nothing no more.
I understand for the rest of you that a new platform seems daunting. It's daunting for me. It's a lot to get used to. And, I understand. So, but just know, for those of you who just stick to YouTube, that's what's going on. I will be still posting. I always say, well, I don't like to work for free. I don't like to work for free. But I think, if I can manage a happy medium where I can still earn a living on other platforms until I can get remonetized on YouTube, combined with posting here and there some videos on here, because I can't post vlogs on Twitch anyway. So yeah, I will see what I can do. In the meantime, I just have to really think of the direction of this channel and, familiarize myself very well with the ins and outs of the terms of service of this platform. So I'm on Twitch. I'm all moved into my place.
By the way, Chantal, coming on YouTube and advertising yourself on another platform this way, you're breaking terms of service. I hope you know that. As a matter of fact, I think some of her subscribers told her that. Let's look at the comments real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Naomi says, wait, you were actually given notice that you will lose monetization, your only source of income, if you don't clean up your channel? Yeah, she was giving notice. 3 years worth of notice. That's when they changed the policy. Hopefully this is a huge wake-up call. Let's see. Valentina says, bits are only pennies, by the way, on Twitch, not dollars. I heard you say 30 bucks the other night when someone donated 30 bits and just wanted to make sure you knew. Yeah, bits are not really worth that much. She's thinking it's dollars. No, it's pennies, Chantal. It's amazing that you go on another platform and you don't learn about the currency and how much it's worth. You want to make money, but you can't spend 5 minutes learning about the site currency and how that plays out. So Chantal coded. So there's all the comments, and this is unusual for Foodie, seeing this many comments, because you guys know she likes to block the comments, like she likes to edit them, but she's letting them go through this time.
Back in Canada here, and you know, it was very rough at first. That's why I didn't really pay too much attention to my channel, probably as much. I just really didn't. I was just overwhelmed with all of the changes in my life. And
you know what? I'm glad that she's doing this video, because even though she's not coming out and directly saying it, in the past, she blamed what happened with her channel on Girl World, saying we were the ones responsible for her being demonetized. But she's kind of walking around the block and around the corner admitting, yeah, it was my fault. I was breaking terms of service. I was doing content that, you know, went against the policies. And I knew it. I knew I had stuff on my channel that I should have deleted, that when I had the chance to delete it or get rid of it, I did not. She's somewhat taking accountability, but yet not. She's going so far as to say, yeah, I was stupid. Like, you were really stupid, Chantal. You were really stupid. You had plenty of notice. The policy thing went into effect 3 years ago. And even when they started to demonetize people and you were hearing about it, you still didn't act. When Amberlynn Reed got demonetized, you didn't freak out and start doing something then either. And then Quirky Love Rose. So there were 2 people ahead of you that got demonetized, and still you didn't make a move. As a matter of fact, you posted a video where you were eating pizza. It was almost like you were telling YouTube, do your worst. And guess what? They did. You even admitted that you were posting the pizza video as a test. So you were testing to see if YouTube was paying attention to you. Guess what? They were. And here you are, demonetized. And you can't cry to anybody, because you had more than ample time to fix the issues. You let the issues go out of sheer arrogance, and it costs you a lot.
It's hard, but juggling everything in my mind that I had to take care of. And but slowly, you know, settling in, getting used to my new reality. So yes, I appreciate you guys being patient with all the changes. It's kind of difficult to go through all of my content, and there's a lot, you know, that I'll just keep private, that, you know, still content that doesn't violate the terms of service, the community guidelines of YouTube, but it's just stuff that I like to just keep for myself, you know. But so it's kind of just old memories, going through all the old content. And yeah, I'm going to keep all of the content in, you know, a safe place, and some of it in just a safe place in my mind and my heart, and move on. You know, it's time for a new chapter. So here we go. I don't know where this is going to take us this year, but we shall see. And I won't forget about you guys on YouTube. All right. So don't worry about that. But if you are interested in keeping up with me, and, you know, want to hang out, want to see what my daily life is like, you want to catch some streams, and yeah, just catch me on Twitch. My name is Twitching Foodie.
Again, advertising Twitch when that's against terms of service.
And otherwise, please stay subscribed here. Stay tuned for some new content in the new year. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching me, and I love you guys, and Happy New Year.
Okay, so that was the video from Foodie Beauty. Very, very short. That's okay. I'm okay with short today. You know, short and sweet versus long and boring. I'm happy about that. So let's move on to something else before we get deep into the tweets. Hold on a minute. Where the heck is it? All right. I think I lost it. Y'all give me. I'm sorry. I got like 3 or 4 Twitter tabs open. It's like, which one? Which one? I don't know which one I'm going to. Okay. So now we're going to get into a tweet courtesy of Eyelash, the channel Eyelash. So courtesy and credit goes to the channel Eyelash for this one, the clip. So Peeps did a live last night, and people were asking him about Foodie Beauty, about Chantal. And he got mad. There's a reason why I didn't show this clip first before Foodies. And that's because halfway during this clip, he gets mad. He starts cursing with the bad language. And YouTube has a problem with that. You got to wait a while for the bad language when you do like a video in order to be okay with their monetization. But this is courtesy of Eyelash. Let me go ahead and just bring that up. People were asking Pete's about the cat tree and are you going to spend time with Chantal? And he reveals that he's going to allegedly see her during the daytime, which I don't believe. Because if Chantal is fully into Natter these days, she's not going to spend time with Pete's today. That wouldn't even make sense. Especially when you consider the fact that she's only got the car for so long. She said she's only got the rental car for a certain period of time. So if you were Chantal and it's New Year's, it's, you know, we're leading up to New Year's, why would you spend time with a guy that you really don't care about versus one that you're obsessed with? How would that even make sense? Why would she go spend time with Pete when she could spend time with Natter? And Pete gets real mad here. Real mad when people start pressing on him about Foodie. So again, credit to Eyelash, to the channel Eyelash. Let's play the clip.
No, I did not put it together any cat tree.
I might actually see Pete's, so I wanted to see everybody while I have the car, you know?
So Pete's did not put together the cat tree. And Chantal can't even put a good lie together, never mind a cat tree. So if he didn't put together the cat tree, who did? Who is around that could put together a cat tree for Chantal? Maybe somebody that she's spending time with?
Here's how I can prove that Chantal is not here.
Okay, so the clips featured in this is from her live, Twitching Foodie out and about in Canada. And there's also a combination of another clip, New Year's Eve, done the next day, December 30th, 2025.
I don't know what time I'll be able to go live tomorrow. I have some plans tomorrow.
That by itself is suspicious. If she were spending time with family or even Pete's, why wouldn't she say, I'm spending time with my family, or I'm spending time with Pete's? Because those things would not get her in trouble. But if she's being a bit vague, oh, I've got plans tomorrow, but you can't share what the plans are. Is it because you're spending time with somebody that you can't talk about? I think so.
I might actually see Pete's, so I wanted to see everybody until while I have the car, you know, like, because it might be a while.
What, you think she's here right now?
Okay, so here are the comments. User says, I thought you were with Foodie. Brooke says, no hanging out with Chantal tonight.
More likely we'll see each other at least briefly on New Year's Day.
That's what you're hoping, but I guarantee you she's not seeing him today. Nope. She's probably gearing up to go spend time with you know who. Because, you know, New Year's for a lot of people, if you've got somebody in your life, somebody you're interested in, somebody you're involved with, you want to spend New Year's night with them just so you can get a kiss at midnight, because that's kind of the tradition. And Pizza's not someone that she's enthralled with, wants to be with, is obsessed over. So she's not going to want to spend any time with him at all.
It is, I think right now we are thinking probably New Year's Day that we'll actually meet up, however briefly. Hey, baby.
So Vivi says, so she is with Koki. This is what sets him off.
Koki. Oh, you mean Koki? Hey, Catherine. I don't know where she is today. I assume she's at home.
You see the shift in his behavior? I'm sure that thought bothers him, that she's with Natter versus him. Because he's always been her failsafe. Pete's has always been the fallback guy. She only goes to Pete's when nobody else is around. When she needs somebody. He's Mr. Reliable. She can wipe her feet on him. She can use him. Like, mainly what she wants Pete's around for is she uses him as a tool of manipulation. When she wants to get under the skin of another man, although it really doesn't work, she's still going to try. That's when she brings Pete's up. Oh, he's my BFF. We've known each other since high school. We care about each other so much. Like, she'll use him in whatever capacity she can use him. Even if all she can do is triangulate between herself, another man, and Pete's. Excuse me, pardon me. So she'll even use Pete's as a sort of manipulation. She's just determined to use him.
Actually.
And you know what? I feel bad for Pete's, but yet I don't feel bad for Pete's, because I don't know what it's going to take for him to just get it through his head that he is nothing to her. She doesn't really care about him. She just uses him. But every person has to go through what they have to go through, and they got to learn things on their own, don't they? So it's like his lessons are his own. It's not for anybody to teach him. He's got to teach himself.
Like, I assume she's just at home.
No, she's not, bro. No, she's not at home. She's not at home. Why would she be at home? This is like December 31st. 2025 is here. 2026 is soon to arrive. Why would she be at home alone? Pete's, you've known this woman for 17 plus years, bro. Do you think Chantal is going to be alone on New Year's Eve? Do you really think so? Do you think if she had a choice between being alone and being with somebody, that she's not going to be with somebody? Of course she is. Of course she is. And you will not be her first choice. Vivi also says she needs to inform you of her lies before she tells them. That makes him really angry. He's about to pop off in 3, 2, 1.
Fucking whatever.
Oh, he's about to get mad. I'm not exactly sure if he's mad at Chantal here or if he's mad because he feels he might have revealed something he wasn't supposed to reveal. Maybe worried about her reaction, that he might have indirectly revealed something, said something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in his head.
You know what? Make whatever fucking assumptions you want about her.
Okay, Vivi says, it's not though. She said she would be with you. Yeah, oops. Oops. You know what? You really can't get mad at Pete's. If Chantal is wanting to make a lie successful, if she knows that Pete's is probably going to go live, wouldn't you at least make a phone call to that person and say, oh, I'm going to say I'm going to do this, back me up on it, and back up my lie, informing the other party about the lie so they can keep up the lie for you. But she's not even talking to him. So, of course, he might indirectly reveal something by accident.
You feel free to make whatever shitty fucking assumptions you want about her. Just shut the fuck up about them to me, all right?
Yep. See, he's getting defensive. I think that he's mad at himself. I think he's mad at Chantal. This is straight up. He's being defensive. And I also think he's a little hurt, thinking about how he's been there for her and she might get involved with Natter again. That's who she's spending New Year's with, not him. Because he knows what that means. That if she gets all the way wrapped around Natter, what happens with him? She won't talk to him. She won't be around him. He's going to get ignored again. And I'm sure that hurts his feelings.
How's that? That sound fair? Does that sound fair? You can assume whatever fucking bullshit you want about Chantal. Just don't fucking come to me about it. Just shut the fuck up about whatever bullshit assumptions you have about her. Does that sound like a fair idea to you? Because I don't want to fucking hear your fucking bullshit, all right? Fuck off with that shit.
Pete, you're getting mad at the wrong people. I'm looking in your eyes, Pete. You're hurt. You're really hurt. You're thinking about she's going to be with him tonight. She's going to leave you alone. I'm sure it has to hurt. Because you care about her. I mean, like it or love it or hate it, you are a very introverted person. You don't have much contact with people. And unfortunately, Chantal is your person. Even though she's rotten and she's toxic, she is your person. You picked her to be your person, or she just became your person. And you know she's rotten. You know she's toxic. You know that she's just horrible. But you're not going to let go of her because she is your person and you do care for her. And you would rather hang on to somebody who is completely rotten and bad for you than be completely alone. You cannot stomach the thought of being completely alone without her. So even though she's a whole lot of awful, to keep from being completely alone, you hang on to her. I get it. Okay, Larry Mondello says, Pete, did you put together that neato cat treat together for BG13?
Neato cat treat together?
You know, the thing about Pete's, when he goes live, if anybody wants to get any kind of tea out of Pete's, just know that you got to word things the right way. You kind of got to walk around the block asking a question. You got to word it the right way. If you want to get information out of Pete's, you can't just, go full throttle at him. You want to know stuff, you got to be careful and creative with your words. And just like this person, Larry Mondello, he's being creative. saying, Peace, did you put together that neato cat tree together for BG13? This is not an inflammatory question. It's just a basic question, but it's creatively worded to find out, did he put together the cat tree for the cat or not? Because if he didn't, who did?
For PG. What? Oh, like BG13 at her cat.
That Larry Mondello says, oh, I was wondering how she managed to assemble it. Because we know she didn't do it.
No.
Boom. So process of elimination. If Pete's didn't put together the cat tree, who did? It wasn't her. Who did it?
No, I did not put it together any cat tree.
Nope.
Yeah, I was like, cat tree? No, I didn't put cat tree together. I didn't know she had it one.
Chantal's had that cat tree for days. And he didn't even know that she had one? Huh.
Reality isn't that bad. Yep, it is.
Okay, so that's it for that. I just want to show you guys that information as well. So let me just get out of here. But again, courtesy and credit to the channel Eyelash. So where are we going next? Let me see. Okay, this is something brief, and this is on Reddit. Courtesy of Reddit. I'm just being a biatch showing this. This is courtesy of Reddit and Reddit Shantopoulos. Remember when you said that this would never happen? Good times, terrible prediction though. Let's watch the clip.
Nice try, Alexis. This channel's gonna get demonetized. For what? Get out of here, you loser.
Well, you were wrong about that. So that was just for laughs. That was just for laughs. Where are we going next? Okay. Now we're going to get into the peeps. All the peeps. All of them. We're going to go through them. So for those of you that are on Twitter that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, that's why I do the peeps. So you guys can see all the stuff without actually having to go on there. And OMG, y'all seeing this over here? What? Kristen is live on Twitch. No, she's not live on Twitch. Foodie's live on Twitch. You know what? I don't even care. I'm doing my video. I'll post that first. I don't even give a doggone. We're going to go through the peeps and get those done first. Okay. Porcula says, my guess is recording it on Twitch and uploading to YouTube. She doesn't realize will cost the Foodie Beauty channel, telling people to go to another platform so she can get paid. Bye-bye. Yeah. Big no-no. Big no-no. Being on YouTube and telling people, oh, go to another platform and give me money. You can't do that. No, ma'am. All right. For all of you people in my audience that you guys are creative, you like to make stuff, look at this, please. So Science Girl says, making a stunning resin art table. Look at this, y'all. All of you creative people in my audience, you're looking for some creative, beautiful things to do. Look how this person took some dried flowers, some wood, and some resin and made this amazing table. It's almost like a floral, yin-yang inspired type of table. Love that. Can you imagine that on your patio? Oh my. Can you imagine putting that out on your patio or your porch on a beautiful summer's day and having a cup of tea? That would just be amazing. Look at this. So all of you creative people in my audience, man, y'all just get busy making some stuff. Look at it. It's just that simple, making a resin table. Okay, now this is funny from Declaration of Memes. Respect the choice of the council. The council has agreed to protect the little frog at all costs. Oh, so the little frog's got backup. He rolls deep. Ain't nobody going to get at that little teeny tiny frog. Oh, no. The other frogs are like, you can't touch that little frog. That's our buddy. Nope. If I don't have friends that act like that and have my back, I don't want them. That's amazing. Kalea says, Fat Cow just made a great point. She said, not only does Keem not like Amber, but no one else at Locale likes her either. They're playing along because that's what Keem told them to do. Keem only wants the crash out. I believe this is true. I believe so too. I think they're going to milk the cow. They're going to coddle her for a minute to keep her on there, but then they're going to go in on her. It's just a matter of time. It's not going to happen on the first day. A lot of people in girl world, we already know. There's not going to be a major meltdown crash out tomorrow. Oh, no, they're going to save it. They're going to lure her into a false sense of security. And then later on, there's going to be a crash out. They're just luring her into being comfortable. It's a safe space. We're not going to attack you here. And then they're going to go in. And that's going to be like the worst case of public humiliation for Amber Lynn ever. Can't wait. And once that happens, we're all going to be saying, Foodie Beauty who? Who cares? She's over on Twitch eating. We ain't got time for all that. We're going to be focused on the Amber drama. And we're all going to have a good time watching it. Nothing But Love says, F off, Foodie. What do you want? A medal? It's about time you did something for any of your cats. So Kristen says, Foodie Beauty does the bare minimum. So here is BG13, the cat. She's still in heat, but Foodie did take the cat to go get her vaccines. So that's a first step. She's not been fixed yet. So there she is at the vet. And of course, Foodie had to post it because she's trying to appear like she's a good animal lover. She's not. But this is her like doing a public display of, look at me, I'm a good person. Trying to redo her image, I guess. All right, so moving on. How about y'all look at this? Nature is amazing. The Japanese bee fly mimics a bee, is super cute, and was the inspiration for the Pokemon Cutie Fly. So anybody out there play Pokemon? I don't play Pokemon, but I can see why they put this in the game. It's cute. I've never seen a cute fly before, but it's pretty awesome. He's all fuzzy. All right. Girl World Watcher says Foodie Beauty doesn't like the fact that she just can't upload videos on Twitch because she can't edit them and hide the parts she doesn't want people to see or stuff herself silly for her feedies. Yeah, as far as Twitch, I have heard that if you do live streams and such on Twitch, after 30 days, everything gets wiped unless you upload something. But all of your live streams after 30 days gets wiped. So it's like, which may be good for her or bad, but that's how they do their system over there. Girl World Watcher says, LOL, Foodie basically said in a nice way, she isn't happy with her Twitch audience during her lives, but keeps praising it because it's her only income right now. You know what, Foodie? You should just be happy you have an audience at all. You're not even working to get them to stick around. You're not doing much. You should be like thanking all of them for putting up with your boring content, 1, and the overload of ads, 2. Like they're putting up with a lot right now. I don't know why, but they are. Here's some information, Foodie, because you were saying before I couldn't get the cat spayed. She was too young. Look at this. Rubber Band says Foodie Beauty will always make excuses and prioritize wasting her money on food and green instead of her pets. Okay, listen. In Montreal and generally the recommended age to spay a female cat is around 4 to 6 months. So 1 month to a month and a half old, they can be spayed. And when she got BG13 was already, 4 to 5 months old? Yeah, so she was more than old enough. Ideally before her first heat around 5 months to prevent pregnancy and reduce cancer risks, though pediatric spaying is possible as early as 8 weeks. Always consult your local vet in Montreal as they can best advise based on your cat's health, but aim to get it done before 6 months to avoid behavioral issues like spraying and reduce health risks like mammary tumors. So there you go. Foodie over there saying, oh, the cat's too young. No, she's not. When you first got her, she wasn't too young. You could have taken her directly to the vet and gotten her spayed right then and there, which is what you should have done. But you didn't. Now she's in heat. Now this is funny. Nature and Music says it only takes one turtle with a feather to beat a colorful peacock. So this turtle's got one singular feather sticking out of it. And the peahens, which are the female peacocks, they're paying attention to the turtle. They're like, he's got swag. We like this little guy. And the male peacock in the background's like, wait a minute. I've got all these feathers all fanned out. Aren't I pretty? Why are y'all looking at him? What about me? The peacock is literally saying, what about me? Because the peahens are walking all the way around him and saying, dude, we don't even care. Take your feathers elsewhere, sir. The turtle's got swagger. We are paying attention. We appreciate this turtle. Funny, very funny. When a peacock gets upstaged by a turtle with one singular feather. All right, this is from Kristen saying, preach, girl. Here is Zachary Michaels, and he's giving his thoughts about the LCU. And I couldn't agree more. Let's watch.
I still think that Keemstar needs some marketing help to explain what the fuck this shit is. Because ain't none of it makes sense. To me, every single show is the fucking same. Every single show is just people talking over each other. And it's annoying to me.
Agreed. Agreed. It all looks the same. It all sounds the same to me. I don't see anything different on any of them. It's just different hosts, same material. And like I said before, when I was doing my react to the ankle and the tarot reading, what's going on over there with Amber doesn't make sense. They're telling her, you can come over here and rebrand. She's a messy queen, okay? She's a messy cow. And a lot of them are messy cows. And Roxy even said, that's why you're perfect for the LCU, because we're messy and you're messy too, so you'll fit right in that way. So if the brand is people that are messy, doing messy stuff, going at each other, how exactly are they going to rebrand her? If the brand is about messy, if the profit is made off of messy, how is a rebrand going to be possible? It's not going to be possible. The messy is going to be encouraged. It's going to be profited off of. That's how they make their money over there. Messy, getting messy. So what is this nonsense about? We're going to rebrand Amberlynn Reed. We're going to give her a whole new image. People are going to see her in a whole new way. They don't want to see her in a whole new way. They don't want her to be something new. Not if it works for the brand. Make it make sense.
I don't understand how Lolcow Bus is different than Lolcow Rebel, is different from Lolcow Pit, is different from Lolcow Queens, okay? Ain't none of this shit makes sense to me. I still think that...
Yep, I agree with Zach. It's all the same. It's just different titles for the same content with different people. It's all the same. But whatever works, whatever makes the money. Okay, Girl World Watcher says, Foodie is breaking terms of service with her new uploaded video. Please report. Yes, a YouTube creator can get in trouble if the primary purpose of their content is to drive traffic away from YouTube to another site like Twitch, as this is considered spam under YouTube's policy. So, Foodie, you're trying to get your monetization back. At the same time, you are breaking TOS by posting that video. You know that, right? So you want monetization back, but you're actively still breaking terms of service, even though you've been demonetized. Genius she is. Enigma 2025 says, how is it better for a cat to be outside in heat than inside? She's better inside in heat because no male cats will try to mate with her. She's safer inside and warm. True. Let's watch the clip.
Because nobody can afford it. It's better that the cat is outside of the cold than she's in a warm place and in heat than outside in the cold, you know? So, like, that's one thing, I'm sorry, but so much better in Kuwait and Syria.
It's not better for a cat to be outside because male cats are going to be following her around and they're going to want to mate with her. And by the way, Chantal, did you know, little fact, little nugget of information that nobody asked for. Did y'all know that it is possible for a female cat to be mated with several males and have kittens from different males all at the same time? Like if more than one tom mates with a female while she's in heat, she can have kittens from different daddies all at once. She might even have multiple pregnancies. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be just one tom. If there's a whole neighborhood full of toms, they can all tag that female. She can have different litters, different daddies all at once. Okay, so what is this? Aw, Kathleen Winchell says, aw, she wants them for her own puppy love. So this baby's like, give me all these babies. Like, can I have them, please? The doggy wants the puppies. Can I have the puppies? Please, can I have the puppies? They're so cute. Can we keep them? Aw, heartbreaking because that poor dog's going to be so sad not being able to keep the puppies. Uh-oh. Lean Cuisine Enthusiast says, who else thinks Amberlynn Reed's boss has already called her into the office to tell her to keep her trap shut prior to her first show? Oh, I think he has. I think he's gone off on Roxy for going off on Amber. I think he's gone off on Amber for her being in the Discord and being messy and running her mouth. I think he's gone off on a lot of people. I think that he's just gotten mad and saying, everybody needs to shut up. We're trying to build this up. We're trying to build up, like her debut. Can't do that if y'all keep spilling the tea and spilling the beans all over the place. So, yeah, I think that a lot of people have gotten their marching orders. And I think he's talked to Amber and said, clam up until then. If you got anything to say, save it for the bus. Save it for low-cal bus. And this happened. Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty hasn't seen a smile like that on her face in 3.5 years. Nads is the love of her life. Alex Shook says she hasn't cheesed this hard in years. Definitely not at Salah. So that happened. Y'all look, she was on Twitch. Look who joined up. Was it really him or was it a troll? You know what? It doesn't matter. If it was really him, this is further proof that they are still talking. Even if it wasn't him and it was a troll, if you have been hurt by somebody, wouldn't you get upset at the mere mention of their name? You sure would. Like if she were a real victim of DV, the moment she saw that name, her face should have dropped and she should have gotten upset. She didn't. Instead, she was giggling and she was laughing. So that should tell you everything you need to know. Everything. That she's a fake, phony victim and that they are still talking and they will continue to talk. Oh, and look at this adorable interaction with puppies. This is Reginald left and Tiny Chaos Agent Bean. Reginald is a certified good boy who politely shares his toys. Bean is 12 weeks old, weighs 6 pounds, and has zero fear. They became best friends in 0.2 seconds. Hearts for them both. So the little guy's like, I'm not scared. I'll play with you. And then Roddy's like, are you kidding me? You're cool. Like you got moxie. I like that. Oh, They're playing. They're playing with each other. That's adorable. That's adorable. Okay, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. It didn't take too terribly long. I'm going to go see what Chantal's doing. Probably nothing, but I'm going to go see anyway. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Twitter peep recap, react of sorts. Hope you guys have a very safe, healthy, happy New Year's Eve. Before I leave, though, for those that are watching, please, if you have to go anywhere tonight, please be careful on the road, because there might be people on the road who are intoxicated. Please do some careful defensive driving. And if you happen to see somebody on the road that looks like they're intoxicated behind the wheel, please call 911 and let somebody know so they can get, be taken off the road. So y'all be well. Happy New Year's, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.